Welcome to the Meditation Podcast. You'll find all our episodes on meditationpodcast.org. This is one of 8 meditations kindly given to me by Becca Williams. I interviewed Becca on episode number 228. It was titled Emotional and Trauma Recovery. We covered microdosing, emotional liberation, cannabis, breathwork, reincarnation, chakras, and a lot more. So be sure to check out the episode. You'll find all my episodes and other podcasts on bio.link/podcaster. And I'd also like to thank danielpackard.com. He's helping people with anxiety, stress, and addictions. He's got a 90% success rate, and he's only charging if he helps you, but he's also given a free 45-minute training to help people reduce anxiety, just to show that this can work. So be sure to check him out, danielpackard.com. So I hope you enjoy this meditation.
Hi, it's Becca from The Cushion. And if your head's in a bad place, you have come to the right place. Stick with me because you're going to feel a lot better once you do this practice with me. You're going to be able to release difficult emotions that are weighing you down and likely making your life pretty miserable. So you're going to be releasing a lot of old psychic junk today. That is, if you stick with me and put your best into this practice. We're going to be exploring today grief and sadness with a practice that relieves the stress of attachments and loss, especially when it hurts your heart. In fact, this practice is called Get to the Heart of Grief, and it has a very potent and powerful mudra. And a mudra is a finger and hand position. And today's mudra with this practice, you're going to be relaxing your elbows down by your side, and then your hands are going to come together in the center of your chest, in front of your sternum, and you are going to match one set of fingers with the other set of fingers and your thumbs, and the fingers are going to be pointing upward and the thumbs will be toward you. And you're going to be holding that the entire time. We're going to be doing the practice 11 minutes. So I invite you to go into this with an explorer's sense of curiosity. Be open, as what we'll do today will help you develop trust in your emotions by seeing how good it feels when you can let them come up. Bringing up stuff, it doesn't feel good. And if you keep doing what you're doing today, you will gain confidence to go into that deep inner space and work things out and bring them up. So you're in the right place. If you find a lot of relief from this and want more, you can join me over at my website, beccawilliams.org. And if you'd like to practice in a live gathering with others, I invite you to subscribe to my webpage while you're over there to get invitations to join us to my live online cannabis elevation ceremonies. From the comfort of your own home, anywhere in the world, we come together to do these life-changing emotional liberation practices together. With or without cannabis, it's totally up to you. These industrial strength meditations are very powerful by themselves. So I invite you to do your very best and stay with it through the entire practice. I'm going to be doing it with you. And, this is not a video in the traditional sense where you're supposed to watch the screen. Like me, you're going to be closing your eyes, or in this case, looking downward and just going inward. And I'm just here to help keep you on track. So if you find yourself needing to recenter, you can, take a quick glance up here and then go back into your own inner space. Make sure you have privacy and a time where you can just do this. So we're going to get situated and settled as I am here. And if you're adding cannabis plant medicine to your practice, I have a video that's going to offer some guidance. It's my best practices. Also importantly, wear loose, comfortable clothes and find a good sitting position. Have water and tissues available. You'll might have to blow your nose, and oftentimes there's a lot of emotion that moves through. And that's the whole point of this. And it's also helpful to have something to make some notes on when you're finished, because a lot of realizations can percolate up when you go deep, as you're going to be doing today. As for sitting, I like a cushion where my hips are higher than my legs. It takes the pressure off of my lower back. And if you need more height, you can always sit in a chair. Just make sure that it has a solid back, not some easy boy, right? A straight back allows you to sit up straight and your feet planted on the floor. So you ready? Let's get situated and settled. Sit comfortably and calm, straight and relaxed. And I told you about the hand position. The breath is simple but potent. It's all through the nose and it goes like this. You're going to be inhaling for 5 seconds and then holding for 5 seconds, holding, and then exhaling for 5 seconds. The eyes are looking down at your nose, slightly crossed. Why, you might ask? Different eye positions cause the optic nerve to apply variable pressure to parts of the brain. And this one stimulates the pineal gland and the frontal lobe of the brain. It keeps your mind in check so it, doesn't go wandering. So now I'm going to switch it over so my voiceover will guide us, and I'm going to do this thing with you. Great. So let's get into place. Situated and comfortable, straight spine. The finger and hand position will be in front of the chest with the fingers and the thumbs touching their corresponding neighbors on the opposite hand. Elbows are relaxed and down by your sides. Eyes closed, looking down at your nose. And the breath, go ahead now and practice with me. First, let's just sigh it all out. Now, let's begin. Inhale for 5 seconds. Hold for 5 seconds. And exhale for 5 seconds. Continue with that and let's begin. Breathe deeply. You're inhaling for 5 seconds, holding for 5 seconds, exhaling for 5 seconds. Very easy pattern. The breath, long and slow. We're consciously balancing the emotions with our consciousness. Tips of the fingers and thumbs together, and each of the fingers touching the corresponding finger on the other hand. So now go ahead and do this breathing on your own, and I'm going to fall silent for a few minutes. Remember, so simple. 5-second inhale, 5-second hold, 5-second exhale. Go in now and do your best. Inhaling and holding and exhaling. Just let your body take over and feel the rhythm of it. Trust yourself to stay on count. Good. Keep it up. Put your all into this, and you will get your all back. Doing so well with the hands in place, with this mudra, touching important meridian points that also work and help activate the energy body with this powerful breath. The first step in working with emotions using our emotional liberation approach is to stop your mind and feel. So in the protection of this practice, allow memories to surface of loss of any kind that's made you sad, has put you into grief. People lost, objects, relationships dissolving, things that you had and then you didn't have, or things that you wanted and never got, like a healthy childhood. It could be a person, a place, a time in your life, some opportunity or goal that you had. What was lost? Your health? Your youth? Your position? Focus intently on the loss and the pain of it. Allow that discomfort to just be felt and freely move through your body like it's an energy moving. Feel no resistance to it It won't hurt you. And know your energy follows where your attention goes. You need to be aware of it and just curious. What is this feeling? What does it feel like? And there are certain parts of your body or locations that you'll feel it more strongly. And what does it feel like there? Continue the breathing and stay crystal clear, aware and present to these feelings. Difficult emotions are only a problem when we ignore them, when we try to push them away or they take over. So as you allow yourself to feel grief and sadness consciously, you can gain some balance here. You know you can handle these emotions, and they may even diminish somewhat. It can give you a little break because they now have your attention. You may still have lots of images or one strong image or no images. Focus on the feeling itself now. So next, you want to be really clear about the source of these feelings. Is it really obvious? What is the person, the place, the thing that was lost? Focus on that. What was the original reason that the sadness came up? But now be aware of both the cause, the object, or whatever it was that started the sadness flowing, but also be aware of yourself, because there's that thing out there, and then there's you, and inside your heart, your feelings. What is it exactly that you are longing for? What is it about the object of your grief that's so important? In other words, go to the quality of that person or thing, or is it how you felt because of that person or thing? Was it the experience that it brought you? Shift your attention from the object to the experience within you, how you felt wanting it or having it before it was lost. Do you see how rich that feeling is and how important it is to you? You miss that. You miss the way you experienced yourself, what you felt when that person or object or the hope of it was with you. Now, keep tunneling down deeper within your heart to find out the core of that experience and why it's so important. Not like you have to explain it to anyone, but just so you clearly understand it. So now you're shifting your attention into the experience, the effect it had on you. Come into the core of the loss. It might be love itself rather than the object of your love. Get that? Both are important, but shift to why it's important, what you got out of the object of your love. Now is the time to fully grieve when you understand the loss of the experience, the loss to you. And don't feel it's disrespectful to be thinking about you. That's what we're all about. That's what this is about, focusing on you. So let yourself be as sad as you must be, knowing how very important it is to live with that experience, those qualities, values, feelings that your heart and soul long for. Grieve the loss of these experiences. It may take time, and it requires honesty for you to see the essence of your loss and have the heart to face it. You can come back to this practice anytime you want, every day, for 40 or 60 or more days. continue to breathe now. Now that you're very clear about the heart of the matter, and if you're not, keep listening. The person, place, thing, time, or space, or event may be past, but the quality, the experience that it brought you is not in limited supply. Your heart wants more of this. Your heart can let go. If it's a person who you loved more than you've ever loved, it'll be hard to let go of that. It'll be hard to let go of the bringer of that experience. But your heart does not require and cannot demand the return of anything. Life changes. However, now that you know this experience is possible, let your heart properly be aligned with, attracted to, and pursuing more of that experience. Be open. Then you can begin to see the heart will actually lead you to, how do I get more of this? One way is simply remembering your experience with this lost thing or person. That's one source. If you could remember with joy how you felt and what the object of your loss brought to you, you're going to feel some fulfillment, just as you did when it was here. But there are also many other ways in your heart. Once you let your heart lead you and you're supporting it, lead me to more of this experience, more of this feeling. And it may be that you need to soften your requirements, that it be exactly like that. And you find that your heart will allow for substitutions. I lost the love of my life, this person I've been with for a long time, but I have children or grandchildren, or I have animals, a dog or a cat. There are other sources of love. In fact, now that I know how to love, now that I know what that feeling is like, I can feel it on command. I can just feel it just now. And in this way, you become a self-nourishing organism where you can feed your own heart. All you have to know is exactly what its hunger is for. And you have to have some willingness to have some substitutions. You may find even better sources, and that's not dishonoring to the memory of the lost one. They opened the door, and now you can walk in and live there. So, as you're finishing this breath now, open your heart to the vast supply of what it wants. To finish now, inhale and just hold this breath and know in this instant everything that your heart knows has been revealed to you. And when you want more, you can go back there. Now exhale and relax your hands down. Allow yourself to feel. Encourage feelings of strength and fullness alongside the longing of your heart. Your heart is awakened, so you understand what your heart wants now. If you'll surrender to that, it will find it. If you'll support that, you'll find many things that will give you the longing of your heart. Next comes the time for you to bring in your mind to help you solve these things. The heart will point the way and lead, and the mind will have to help you take action. My last dog died. It's time to get a new dog. It's time to start dating again. Or perhaps it's time to realize that I'm already complete with that. I've had that experience and I don't need it again. Or I've had the best love of a lifetime and I don't need to marry again. Whatever it is for you. Now, inhale and exhale. Relax. Come back. And maybe make some notes. This is the beginning of your ability to fulfill yourself. And you may want to document this so you can go back and revisit these thoughts that you have on paper. And just check with your heart now. When you return to fullness, grieving is complete and joy returns. This is the experience of emotional liberation. Learning to be in touch with that deep well of healing resources. Celebrate the fact that you did this for yourself. And come back with me often, daily, to this practice and others like it to be in touch with your deep inner resources. Take this out into your world today. You'll be more aware and present. Be with your heart, and I'll see you next time.